doctor also present from NUS Singapore in online mode deliberated upon the importance of signaling and lipid pathway inhibition in tumors, stressing upon possible role of P13K on metabolic pathways. Dr. Firdaus Ahmed Malik, CITS Sukhas Senegal, presented the audience with his patented formulation of nanoparticles-based diet. Nanoparticles-based diet for year-round rearing of sleep homes in Kashmir and thereby benefiting the overall silviculture sector value. The station progressed further when Dr. Mohammed Saeed Ahmed joined virtually from the University of Leeds, UK, and discussed the key findings of his ongoing research on allosteric inhibition of Aurora kinase. He discussed the wide structure dominance of the enzyme of nanoparticles inhibition. Dr. Selim Dar was the next presenter from NIS Maryland, USA, who discovered the role of promoting development of cancers and other diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, and the role by DNMT3B. That was the session second. Was chaired by Dr. Farooq Ahmed, Principal JCWM, Government College President Navakadil, and co-chaired by myself, Speaker of the session, Imtiaz Yassin, Senior Scientist in Tech, joined remotely from Chandigarh. Understanding the role of efficiency in antifungal drug resistance was his research domain. He talked about read and write mechanism, post-translational modification behind the fungal resistance and inhibition of proteasome. Dr. Munisa Bashir was the moderator, Assistant Professor Biotechnology, and Dr. Minal Wabdani, Assistant Professor Biotechnology, acted as the rapporteur of the session. Dr. Nisarul Ashraf, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry from Government College Navakadil, spoke on CS1 TGH in hepatic metabolism implications for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Dr. Khalid Ilai, Assistant Professor from NIT Senegal, spoke on design and analysis of combined solar photovoltaic system and wind energy system using variable frequency transformer VFT for rural electrification. Last speaker in the session was Dr. Rajesh Kumar from School of Biotechnology, Mata Vishnu Devi University, Patra. His research paper was relating to genetic patterns among different cancers in Jammu and Kashmir. Day second, technical session third, commented with the analytical talk on non-Morgovian dynamics in open quantum system by Dr. Muzaffar Qadri from Quantum Dynamics Lab, Department of Physics. Dr. Manjit Zaman, Control University of Kashmir, and Dr. About the chemistry chair, the session control examination, Dr. Manjit Zaman advocated transdisciplinary rather than interdisciplinary improvements of subjects in his address. On next generation solar cell, semiconductors, top inventions of 21st century. Online talk by Engineer Mr. Autonomous Vehicles Solutions Engineer, Oxford, UK, on artificial intelligence driving the future. The invited speaker, Dr. Manzoor Ahmed Dar, Assistant Professor from Department of Chemistry, Islamic University of Science and Technology, Antipura, Pulwama. His talk was on accelerating catalytic design for carbon dioxide conversion to value-added products, insights from first principle simulation. Dr. Gulzar Ahmed Bhatt, Center for Interdisciplinary Research and Innovation, CIRI, University of Kashmir, had interesting talk on carbon dioxide-based biodegradable polycarbonate addressing carbon dioxide emissions and combating plastic pollution. Dr. Kutusa Deni, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, GDC, Patel, Government Degree College for Patel, has project from JK Science and Technology and Innovation Council. Her talk was on neutrino interactions, flux and cross-section measurements. Talk by Dr. Alfred, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, SP College, Srinagar. His talk was on an overview of quantum computers and nanotechnology. Dr. Tabassum Ismail, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Government Degree College, Pulwama, has also sponsored project from Jammu and Kashmir Science and Technology Department. Her presentation was on design and synthesis of novel multi-directed fumarine derivatives as potent anti-Alzheimer's and antioxidant compounds. Oral presenters, online mode presentation by Mr. Rashid Ahmed Bhatt, research scholar, Islamic University of Science and Technology, comprehensive review of actual disease detection techniques and database. Engineer Sayyid Bashir, research scholar, Islamic University of Science and Technology, unveiling hidden information a deep learning framework for advanced signal analysis. The workshop is a key component of the Science Congress, allowing participants to gain hands-on experience with cutting-edge technologies. Poster presentation. Over 22 posters were presented offering insights into emerging research across various scientific fields. The Science Congress 2024 concluded with reflections on the current state of scientific innovation and its future trajectory. In her closing remarks, the chairperson of the Congress, Dr. Rujan Kant, emphasized the critical need for continued interdisciplinary research and international cooperation to tackle global challenges. She outlined key areas for future exploration, including the ethical implications of emerging technology, the role of science in sustainability, and the promise of deep space exploration. The Congress was held as a successful event that will inspire ongoing collaboration among the global scientific community. Thank you all for your patient listening.
Thank you so much, sir. Professor Muhammad Ashraf Ganai, a renowned endocrinologist, needs no introduction. Besides being a par excellent clinician, his research work has taken Indian endocrinology to different heights. To his credit, research projects on type 1 diabetes, Sjögren's syndrome, polycystic ovarian syndrome, other metabolic syndromes, and diabetes are a few to name. We will definitely like to hear from him. I request him to please come on the dais and address the gathering.
Honorable Minister of Food and Civil Supplies, Consumer Transport, IT, Youth Services, Sports, AI Training and Science and Technology, Shri Satish Sharma ji, Shri Saurabh Bhagat, Commissioner Secretary Science and Technology, Professor Muhammad Mubin, Vice Chancellor Cluster University, Mr. P.R. Dar, Chief Executive Jakeda, Mr. Nasir Ahmed, Additional Director Science and Technology Innovation Council, Madam Ruhi, Principal of this August College, senior faculty, scientists, scholars, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good afternoon. At the outset, I express my sincere gratitude to Madam Rui and all the organizers from Science and Technology for giving me a chance to have a few words with you here. It is my fourth function today. I've been running since morning. So actually, we have a lot of political commitments, and there has been some issue. There was this tragedy the other day, and I have 5 people admitted in my institute, and all the parliamentarians and our people are coming to see them. And I am trying to juggle between the roles, trying to see them and also see my patients and see my files. Nevertheless, it is a pleasure to be among the scientists. Believe me, whenever I get chance to come back to clinicians or scientists, I get life back. Otherwise, these files produce a lot of boredom and a lot of monotony in your life. Anyway, that role also has to be played. At the outset, I express my gratitude to Shri Satish Sharma ji for being here and sharing dice with him. He has a bright future, and he is the bright future for JK because he is the young and he has a distinction of being a minister, being an independent candidate, and now reaching their ministry. Means he must be having some extraordinary qualities and skills. And that is how he is there. And I congratulate you, sir, for being the minister. And I will be pleased to have some innovative health related programs with your department under your patronage. And I will also like to wish you to be guest at some function in the health sector one day. Shri Saurabh Bhagat ji, as you know, he is a very balanced, fine, intelligent, and down-to-earth personality. Everybody knows him, that he is known for his perfect demeanor, and I love him from core of my heart, and I'm pleased to share this with you. Mr. Dar and Mr. Nasir Ahmad have been known to me for a long time. In fact, Bilal Saab from Science and Technology. Science and Technology has been there for doing great work for J&K, an underprivileged area in the past. I have been associated with Science and Technology since when I became assistant professor. They gave us state-of-art advanced center for genetic diseases at Srinagar, and it was through Government of India's DBT. And I'm thankful to the department. Since then, they have provided a lot of projects. In fact, they supported me for one of the important programs, the first Medical Science Congress, which we held with 1,200 delegates, with WHO Chief Scientist as one of the guests there. That was held in 2017 in SKICC. And we had a very wonderful program, and people know that program that was fully backed by Science and Technology. I thank this department for their support always. I have several other projects, small projects going on with them. I have always been involved with this department, and I assure in future, SKIMS and my fraternity and other medical members will be actually supporting the science and technology endeavors through execution of your innovative ideas in the health sector. Madam Rui, the dynamic principal of this college, as she said, this is the oldest college. In fact, it is the powerhouse, or you can say generator of human power. This institution has produced so many women of high caliber here, and I have been coming very frequently. They have been inviting me for programs here. I'm very happy, and I'm always thankful to them for giving me chance to interact with young scientists. I congratulate Science and Technology of JK as well as the State College for organizing the Medical JK Science Congress 2024, and as was inaugurated by Professor Saab, all these nice topics, very innovative science topics, that tells us the future of our population. See, as we know, India is still considered to be lower and middle income group, but we know that India has a brighter future in the global map. That is why there is a younger population coming up. Fertility rates in the world are changing very fast. All the developed countries, fertility has reached to zero. India will reach its fertility of 1 by 2047, and it is predicted that by 2087, India will drop down in the younger population, and we will have older population. This problem all developed countries are going to face. So that means the resource is not just money. The manpower, young population will be the resource. So this younger population which we have, India has a bright future, and we need to harness, we need to actually build our systems because of this younger population. Globally also, Indians who have been trained in information technology, health sector and other areas have made a significant stride in the world. And that is why India is making it to the global map in various sectors. So we should encourage our younger students, students and even colleges. We should inculcate a culture of scientific temperament from now. And if we are able to bring the science to schools through this ministry and through science and technology, science in any way, I'm sure that this population, which is our treasure, is going to change the state of this country. And I'm sure economy will get automatic, it will progress in geometrical progression if we are able to inculcate scientific temperament in our schools and colleges. What was happening, science and technology was introduced to us at a later part of life. So I learned by research. When I became senior resident, I joined my DM program at AIMS New Delhi. At that time, I started seeing, oh, there is something called medical research and culture I started developing. Many of my faculties, even in institute or other places, are not actually getting the patient care. We are doctors. We just need to treat the patient who comes to us. But that is not there. I tell them that if you are treated as a doctor, you can treat 100, 200, 300 people. If you are a good teacher, your reach can go to those many patients because those doctors whom you train, they will also take care of some patients. But if you are a clinical researcher, you find treatment modality which is cheaper, or you find the cause of a disease, pathogenesis of a condition, your reach suddenly becomes global. Whole world becomes your patient population. So if that thing goes into the mind of youngsters, that research is being done, our economy will definitely get boosted. So in the end, I again congratulate the young scholars, scientists, the scientific deliberations which have happened over the last 3 days must be fruitful for the common man on the ground. So it is not that we sometimes copy research. We also pull out some ethical norms in research. So we have to see that on one hand, we keep a balance on ethics, but on the other hand, we see the research is contextual. It is not that there is a paper coming up in North America. Their requirements are different. Their resources are different. We need to see we have limited resource. This is a taxpayer's money which comes to us. We have to very judiciously and religiously use this money for the development of a common man, the problems which we are facing. So thank you very much for inviting me. I wish best of luck to all the scientists in their endeavors and wish best of luck to this institution and Madam Rui for future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of appreciation. The participation in this two-day Congress has given a ray of hope to the scientists, researchers, innovators, and the entrepreneurs as well, that the Department of Science and Technology, UT of J&K in general, and Science, Technology and Innovation Council in particular, under the dynamic leadership of Commissioner Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, UT of J&K, will push the boundaries of scientific inquiry and to make the meaningful contribution to our nation's development. I request Shri Saurav Bhagatji, IAS, Commissioner Secretary, Department of Technology, UT of J&K, to please raise and share your wisdom.
A very good afternoon to all the guests here in this important first JK Science Congress being held in this prestigious institution. the Women's College, which is a 75-year-old institution. First, I would like to welcome Honorable Minister Satish Sharma ji, who is our Minister for Science and Technology Department, Food and Civil Supplies, Transport, Information Technology, ARI and Training Department, and Election Department. Sir, we welcome you. This is one of the first events, and we feel proud that this institution has been able to host you on your first very maiden event. My good friend, the Vice Chancellor of the Cluster University, Mohammed Mubin Saab, who is the in charge for this university, and I am sure the university will progress a lot under his experience and huge experience that he brings from his previous experience in very prominent universities of India. My very good friend and colleague, Dr. Ashraf Saab, who is one of the national renowned endocrinologist and head of SKIMS, which provides leadership to the health implementation at the Kashmir Valley. And I must enlighten that we have almost participated in more than a dozen events on very important scientific issues like organ donation, breast cancer research, maternal and child health, tuberculosis eradication, and many more. And even with this morning, we were together in Kashmir University on an international conference on breast cancer prevention, which has been his idea. And I'm sure we'll collaborate furthermore on these issues. I would also like to thank Dr. Ruhi Jan, who is the principal of the institution. And I think more than half a dozen events we have done with the Science and Technology Department. And she has been providing excellent leadership and mentoring to the future leaders of this institution. Also with us, Mr. Dhar, who is the CEO of the JK Energy Development Agency. And I would like to bring to your notice that recently we have won the best union territory among the entire country for highest renewable energy generation in hydro sector, in solar sector, and in renewable sector. And this award we received from Honorable Prime Minister at Ahmedabad. I would also like to thank Nasir Shah Saab, who is the AD of our Science and Technology Innovation Council, which has organized these events. And also from the same institution, we have with us Mr. Bilal and our Superintending Engineer Jakida and our Deputy CEO Jakida and other senior faculty members from this institution and other universities. Sir, I would like to inform you that this particular Science Congress is a two-day event in which we had participation from very prominent institutions of India, like the ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. We had some input from Aligarh Muslim University, from BHU, from IUST, the Islamic University Avantipura, Kashmir University, Jammu University, Central University Jammu, etc. And also some speakers who joined us online from Oxford and Cambridge and some other prominent places. The purpose of such a scientific event is that the students of this institution, as also other institutions, are exposed to the latest development in the field of science and technology. This particular event allows almost 111 scholars and researchers to present their papers before the August gathering, and these papers have also helped them in starting the beginning of newer research. This particular event is in a series of events which are organized by the department to promote science and technology. Just last year, we have organized 18 major events, which are like the Agriculture Science Congress, which was held in the Tukas, Jammu. We held a Women's Science Congress in the Kashmir University. The IUST organized the event on innovation and startups. And in the Jammu University, a very big event on startups, innovations, and patents was held. And we could sponsor all these events. I would also like to mention that in addition to the sponsoring of awareness events at various levels, the Science and Technology Innovation Council also provides liberal funding to research and development. In the year 2023, 111 research programs with a total cost around 16 crore was conducted in various universities. And now we are working on a tranche of 274 projects across various universities. The universities being covered are the Jammu University, the Baba Ghulam Shah Badshah University, the Vector Shrine Board University, Central University, IIT Jammu, and IIT Srinagar, Kashmir University, IUST, and the Sukaf Kashmir. These universities are being provided the funds for various activities. I would also like to mention to all the friends and colleagues who have met here, I think in addition to the certificate of participation, if some of you get the spirit of scientific inquiry and reform, and some of you become scientists in future and later on start your startup or get a patent, I think that will be the great contribution achievement of this particular event. I would also like to mention to Nazir Sahab that after this entire event is completed and when we draw the proceedings, we can actually approach the higher education department as also the science and technology department on what are the areas where we require the research. Just like Dr. Ashok Garai Sahab mentioned, that we have to identify certain important problems, which are the problems of the citizens of Jammu and Kashmir. And those problems should need to be researched. Just doing general research will not be of great use to us, but we should do specific research which can solve certain problems. Sir, from the stage, I would also like to mention to you that in addition to this science and technology, we also have renewable energy department, which is represented by Mr. Dhar. So what we are doing is, sir, we will be the first union territory in India, perhaps to be able to cover every government building with a solar rooftop before December 2025. It is the largest program, and we have already covered more than 4,000 buildings till today, for which we received the award in Ahmedabad. In addition to this, we are also working very effectively on rural agriculture solarization, where we are putting rural agriculture pumps, which is on 80% subsidy. And we have already implemented around 2,500 pumps. And another 4,000 pumps we are trying to do now. And in this, the Jammu region, where the districts of Sabha, Kathua, Udhampur, this belt is very critical. And similarly in Kashmir, the horticultural belt of Pulwama, Shopian, etc. is very, very critical. In addition to this, we are also building a very good science center, a regional science center at Lal Mandi, which is likely to be inaugurated in the next 4 to 5 months, which will provide the students a great opportunity to see the wonderful galleries of science. I am sure the children would have gone to Delhi or Calcutta, other places, and seen science centers and planetariums. But now in Kashmir itself, you will be able to get this fantastic facility. So I think with this, I would like to formally place appreciation for the entire team, especially Mr. Nasir Shah and his entire team, Mr. Bilal and Rui Janji, who have been working tirelessly, and also Professor Mushtaq for having so beautifully summarized the entire proceeding of the event, because it is very necessary that what has gone by, and also the entire team. If I'm missing somebody, some of the important contributors, I think your contribution will not be forgotten. So we are giving certificates of appreciation and participation to all the participants, and I think this will propel Women College would be one of the first degree colleges in J&K to hold a science congress, and I'm sure this is a new beginning of relationship between the Department of Science and Technology and the Department of Higher Education. Yesterday, Honorable Minister of Higher Education also came along with the Principal Secretary of Higher Education, and therefore the basic concept that we are working on is a single government approach. Government is one, so all departments participate and work with each other, and we try to help each other. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. We assure you of our support from the college in the future endeavors as well. Dear audience, we are fortunate enough to have with us Honorable Vice Chancellor, Cluster University, Srinagar, Professor Dr. Mohammad Mobin, a great teacher, an internationally acclaimed researcher in the field of chemistry, and of course, a dynamic leader. It will be an honor to have you here, sir, and our audience will be pleased to hear you. Thank you so much. Please, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, Minister for Science and Technology, Satish Sharma ji, Commissioner Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Saurabh Bhagat ji, Director Schemes, Professor Ashraf Ganai, Dr. P. R. Dhar ji, Dr. Nasir Shah ji, other distinguished guests, and dear participants, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. First of all, as the Vice Chancellor of the host institution, I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Minister for sparing time from his busy schedule and accepting our invitation and coming to this program. Yesterday, I thanked Department of Science and Technology Again, today I thank Science and Department of Science and Technology for sponsoring this mega event for the first time in a degree college. Really, this is a turning point. Why I say this? Because Department of Science and Technology in almost every part of the India, in almost every state, or even at the center, they have been generously funding central institutions, especially universities, and negligible share generally comes to the colleges. So now this has time to come to look, other than the universities, look at other than the universities and give some considerations to the colleges also, because colleges form a major part of the higher education institutions. Yesterday, I told you about the statistics also. Here, I would like to inform our Honorable Minister that the cluster university was established in 2016, and only the main objective of establishing cluster university was, and our state was the first state to introduce the concept of cluster university. And here, two cluster universities were established, one in Srinagar and one in Jammu. And two universities were established by incorporating 5 most important colleges of Srinagar and Jammu. And you see that their reason at that time, the major objective of establishing cluster university was to inculcate the culture of research in Jammu and Kashmir, especially in degree colleges and the state of Jammu and Kashmir at that time. The major objective, which I found in the statute of the university, that their concentration was towards research and development. And unfortunately, after the establishment of cluster university, no step was taken to promote research and development in the colleges. When I joined here, almost now it's going to be about 3 months, when I came to know that these colleges in Srinagar and Jammu, which are part of cluster university, they have all the required facilities to carry out research program, and you'll be surprised to know that in spite of having so much infrastructure favorable for carrying out research programs, colleges were not allowed to carry out independent PhD programs. So my first step was, because the vision of establishing this university was to carry out research program, and this was not taking place. And in a span of 2 months, we took all the requirements which is required to carry out a PhD program. And in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, the UT of Jammu and Kashmir, we are going to start this PhD program for the first time since the establishment of the colleges. And very soon, in 1 or 2 months, when I went through the biodata of the teachers of Cluster University of Srinagar, I found some of them have better CV than most of the faculties, young faculties in universities. And it was unfortunate that they are denied this opportunity to guide the students for the PhD degree. Now I want to draw the attention of Honorable Minister, sir. Sir, now here we will require your intervention, because for carrying out any meaningful research, especially in the field of science and technology, we need instrumentation, good instrumentation facility. And for that, I'm planning to open a centralized instrumentation facility for at least 5 colleges of the cluster, Constituent College of the cluster university, which can cater not only to the Constituent colleges, but all the colleges in Jammu and Kashmir. And when I'm talking about central instrumentation facility, it doesn't mean that I'm talking about the regular equipments. I'm talking about some sophisticated equipments. You see that I come from Aligarh, in Aligarh, we established a central instrumentation facility in 2012, and I was given the charge of establishing that center. And sir, we started with a grant of only 3 crores, supported by DSP Pulse program. And now you can, if you look at the website, you will find that now in a span of 10 to 12 years, we have almost all the equipment necessary for carrying out meaningful research. You see that the research graph, the university, it has jumped from it has taken a quantum jump in the research output after the establishment of the this central instrumentation facility. This is, with your permission, sir, I will be submitting a detailed proposal to Department of Science and Technology to Jammu and Kashmir. And I also assure that cluster university will also contribute a major part of the funding required for establishing this institution. Second thing, sir, when we are going to start a PhD program, there are 2 important requirements. One is infrastructure. And just I was talking to the principal, Ruhi, she said already we have a very, building which can be dedicated to this facility. Today I had a program to visit SP College to see that facility where we can establish that. And I was told that SP College has also a very good facility to establish this center. So we can do that. There is no problem whether it is established here in Women College or SP College. It will cater to all the constituent colleges of Cluster University. And second thing is funding. Funding, you see that research cannot be, meaningful research cannot be always supported by funding from the government. You cannot be dependent on the funding of the government. So you have to, you have to target, you have to generate your own funding. And one way of generating funding is to apply for the research projects. I request all the faculty members eligible for writing PhD to submit a research proposal to the funding agencies. And I will give one simple example. Maybe you'll be thinking that projects are generally awarded based on your research experience and number of publications. This is not true. The topic which you are, the subject which you are targeting is more important. And I'm requesting you to go for interdisciplinary project and never fear the, for example, if you have done a master's in MSc, master in chemistry, it's not necessary master in organic chemistry or physical chemistry. You need not to target a research project devoted to organic or physical chemistry. You have to target a project for attracting funding. You have to target 2 types of projects. Either it is addressing to the problems of society and environment, one area. If your project is addressing to the problems of society and environment, I assure you that you will have enough chances of getting the project sanctioned. And second thing is that if you are if you want to get funds, second area is to target those projects which are relevant to the industry. And you see that I will give one example. I did my master's in organic chemistry. And I joined a research PhD program in a subject like corrosion, which was, you believe me, it was not either at BSc level or MSc level. For the first time, I came to know about corrosion only when I decided to join a PhD program in corrosion. And you see the results. During my career, I carried out 40 research projects, and not only basic research projects. I carried out applied research projects. I carried a lot of industrial research projects.
I carried out a lot of, troubleshooting projects and attracted huge, those projects attracted huge funding. And, fund was never a problem for me for carrying out research. So please target your project in such a way. Initially, you may have some problem, but later on, your career will run smoothly. So this is my, smart. Actually, I was not supposed to speak because there are so many speakers, and we have to give opportunity to them also. But since the honorable minister is here, that's why I wanted to draw his attention. At the end, I congratulate Ruhi ji and her team for organizing such a successful program. And I hope that this program will be continued to be organized in this college. There is one small suggestion for organizers. Suppose if you are organizing a program, an interdisciplinary program, of course, this is the need of the time to organize interdisciplinary programs. But in this type of program, please try to divide program into different sections and try to give representation to other, almost other, subjects in science and make sessions devoted to a particular subject. So in that way, you will attract more participants and your program will be more successful. And try to hold this Congress at least for 3 days because we have a number of courses, number of subjects in science. And I also request Rohini ji, she has already such a successful program in science, and other subjects also need attention. But because for me, I think social sciences are commerce and humanities are also very important, and they are generally overlooked in comparison to the subjects like science. So we should also pay attention to organizing such programs in other subjects also. Once again, I thank all of you for inviting me and sharing my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, the moment everyone was waiting for, we are highly honored by the presence of our Honorable Minister, Science and Technology, that he accepted our invitation and graced this occasion. I request Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, UT of J&K, Shri Satish Sharma ji, to please come up to the dais and address the audience. Shri Satish Sharma ji, please, sir.
Thank you. I think it's good. Good evening, everybody. नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल. मैं हिंदी में बात करूं अगर आपको परेशानी ना हो. Is it okay? मुझे पता आप बोर हो रहे हैं अंग्रेजी में. चलो, सबसे पहले मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं, धन्यवाद करता हूं श्री सौरभ भगत जी, कमिश्नर सेक्रेटरी साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट, प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद अशरफ गनेई साहब, प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद मुबीन जी, वाइस चांसलर, क्लस्टर यूनिवर्सिटी श्रीनगर, डॉक्टर पी.आर. धर, CEO Jakeda, then Professor Ruhi Jan, Principal GDC Srinagar, Dr. Nasir Shah, principals of various colleges, deans of various faculties, officers and officials of Science and Technology Department, esteemed guests, scholars, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. I have prepared a speech, but अब पता नहीं मैं बोलूं, all the subjects were almost covered by the speakers and respected guests here. And I am also pleased to be here on the occasion of JK Science Congress 2024 being organized by JK Science Technology and Innovation Council, Department of Science and Technology, J&K Government, in collaboration with Degree College of Women Srinagar. ये बहुत बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि ये मेरा भी एक पहला, दिस इज माय मेडन स्पीच एंड मेडन प्रोग्राम इन श्रीनगर, बिकॉज हमारी वोट कल ही हुई है और मैं भी एक्सीडेंटली मिनिस्टर बन गया। सो I would extend heartfelt congratulations to Science and Technology Department and the GS Government Srinagar for successfully organizing this prestigious gathering of scholars and academicians, researchers, and thought leaders from across the region. अब बातें बहुत सारी हैं जो मैंने सुनी है, वो मैंने कुछ नोट की हैं। तो मैं सबसे पहले जो हमारे प्यारे बच्चे हैं, जैसे मैंने सुना 5,000 स्टूडेंट्स हैं हमारे, 5,000 स्टूडेंट्स हैं हमारे यहाँ पर जो वाबस्ता हैं। लेकिन उससे पहले जब मैं आपकी इजाजत से, डोंट माइंड, आई एम वेरी, मैं क्योंकि पॉलिटिकल कम हूँ और सामाजिक ज्यादा हूँ, आई एम सोशल वर्कर एक्चुअली। डिग्री एक लॉ की है मेरी, बट मैंने सोचा इट्स बेटर टू बी अ गुड फार्मर देन अ बैड एडवोकेट। तो मैंने वकालत छोड़ी और मैं इंग्लैंड भाग गया। वहां से मैंने मास्टर्स करी, MBA करी, और लॉ मैंने जम्मू से करा। फिर आई केम बैक फॉर माय पेरेंट्स, आई वाज अर्निंग गुड देयर। और अब मैं ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग कर रहा हूँ पिछले 25 सालों से। और इनिशियली जब मैं ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग की बात करता था, वर्मी कंपोस्ट की बात करता था, तो पीपल यूज्ड टू लाफ, यार ये मिनिस्टर साहब का बेटा है, एक मेंबर पार्लियामेंट का बेटा है, लॉ ग्रेजुएट है, कैसी बातें करता है। बट आई फील प्राउड। मेरा जाती तौर पर मानना है कि अगर आप घास भी काटो, स्पेशली बच्चों को बोल रहा हूँ, तो इस तरीके से काटना कि कोई और न काट सके। कोई काम बड़ा नहीं है, कोई काम छोटा नहीं है। बाकी जो आपने बताया, यू हैव अ वेरी वंडरफुल एडमिनेटर। CM साहब हैं, डिपकॉम साहब हैं, VC साहब हैं, डायरेक्टर, फर्स्ट CM, फर्स्ट VC है ना। तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है, मैं रियली अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ। आई एम रियली वेरी थैंकफुल टू यू कि मुझे आपको सुनने का मौका मिला। और मैंने उस दिन मैम रोहित जी से यही बात की थी कि यू इंस्टेड ऑफ इनवाइटिंग जो नीरज से और खोखले सियासतदानों से बेहतर है कोई साइंटिस्ट को बुलाओ जिनसे हम कुछ सीख सकें। तो मेरा मकसद आज यहाँ आने का ये था कि मैं एक स्टूडेंट हूँ और आप सबसे सीख सकूं, और मुझे फीडबैक चाहिए। ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स एंड टीचर्स एंड फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, I would request you to have a piece of paper and just I need a feedback what can be done. स्टेज पे जो लोग बैठे हैं उनका तो मैंने सुना, बट मैं चाहूंगा यहाँ बैठे हर आदमी के, वेदर जो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स हैं, मेरे बच्चे जो NCC के साथ चले गए, उनको प्रॉब्लम है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की, हाँ, तो उनको भी धन्यवाद, ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को धन्यवाद, जो बच्चे कल यहाँ पर थे उनको भी धन्यवाद। और उन सब बच्चों से, जैसे हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर इन दिस डिग्री कॉलेज? 5,000, 5,000. What all you require, I'm at a phone call away, okay? तो मैं चाहूंगा कि मैं बहुत शानदार आदमी हूँ और मैं शानदार मिनिस्टर बनना चाहता हूँ। तो मैं, मेरे से ज्यादा PQ और IQ वाले लोग हमें सुन रहे हैं। ये बदकिस्मती है माशरे की। जो पोएट्स हैं, जो राइटर्स हैं, जो रिसर्चर्स हैं, जो शायर हैं, जो सिंगर्स हैं, उनको हमारे माशरे ने उनका जायज हक नहीं दिया। ये मेरा मानना है। आप शेक्सपियर को देखें, रुडयार्ड किपलिंग को देखें, या रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट को देखें, या लेनिन को देखें, या आप हमारे मार्क्सिज्म की नींव रखी थी फ्रेडरिक एंजल्स एंड कार्ल मार्क्स, वो अपने जमाने के सबसे अमीर लोग रहे। लेकिन हमारे हिंदुस्तान में या बर्रे सगीर में मैं कह सकता हूँ कमियां रही हैं। सो ऑल आई वांट टू से इज दैट आप हमारे टीचर्स बने, डू गाइड मी, आई रिमेन स्टूडेंट एज फार एज, अगर मैं 1 साल मिनिस्टर रहा तब भी ठीक है, और अगर 5 साल रहा तब भी ठीक है। मैं एक बड़ी सेकुलर सी आइडियोलॉजी का आदमी हूँ, और आई बिलीव इन दैट वन सुप्रीम गॉड, वी आर ऑल वन। और हमें अपने छोटे छोटे मसलों से ऊपर उठकर, डिफरेंसेस से ऊपर उठकर एक खूबसूरत हिंदुस्तान और एक खूबसूरत जम्मू कश्मीर बनाना है, जिसमें आप लोग हमारे टीचर्स हैं और हम जैसे जो लोग हैं, जो बड़े ही एवरेज बुद्धि के लोग हैं। क्योंकि मैंने लॉ किया तो मैंने छोड़ दिया, इंग्लैंड चला गया। तो आप खुद अंदाजा लगाओ कि मेरा मानना है कुछ बच्चे ये इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी की, वी हैव टाइम ना, कैन आई स्पीक फॉर अनदर 5-10 मिनट्स? एंड आई एम नॉट स्पीकिंग दैट वाज गिवन टू मी। तो जो बातें यहाँ हुई, मेरा जो भी योगदान, मुझे आपने बुलाना है, जब तक मेरे पास ये ट्रांसफर महकमा है, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, IT ट्रेनिंग, CAPT, ट्रांसपोर्ट से मतलब बच्चों को अगर प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, आपको कहीं बसेस नहीं है, सर्विसेज नहीं है, या स्पेशल बस चाहिए बच्चों को, कुछ स्पेशल बच्चे होते हैं, वो भी आपने मुझे बताना। प्रिंसिपल साहब, रोहित जी, आपने बताना है। जो मेरे वाइस चांसलर साहब बैठे हैं, सौरभ जी बैठे हैं, हमारे मित्र भी हैं, तो वो भी आपने हमें बताना है। तो मुझे लगता है आपने जो बात की, टाइम हैज कम टू सपोर्ट द कॉलेजेस। बहुत सारा पैसा यूनिवर्सिटीज में, जैसे मुझे बताया साहब ने, कितनी हमारी 11 यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, 11 यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड 172 डिग्री कॉलेजेस। तो मुझे लगता है डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ द पावर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और जो भी हमारे ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब जो हैं, मुझे जिन्होंने मिनिस्टर बनाया, मैं उनकी वजह से विधायक में बना, अपने पिताजी की वजह से। समथिंग इज रॉन्ग, मेरे में कमी है या माइक में? फोन तो मेरा ये बंद है, ये बंद है। तो मैं अंग्रेजी में भी बोल सकता हूँ, ऐसी बात नहीं। When I was 5-6 years old, my father was विधायक थे, वो MLA हो गए थे। तो उन्होंने मुझे पढ़ने के लिए 6 साल की उम्र में भेज दिया डलहौजी के, डलहौजी पब्लिक स्कूल। क्योंकि बेटा गांव में, क्योंकि हम देहात से, बैकग्राउंड हमारा बिल्कुल पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर पे मेरा गांव है, मेरा जन्म हुआ। मेरी छत पे आप बैठते हो तो आई कैन सी दैट सम एरिया विच वी लॉस्ट इन 71। और मैं अक्सर देखता हूँ कि पड़ोसी मुल्क में बिजली बहुत है, और जब वहां अजान होती है तो मैं अपनी छत पे सुनता हूँ। तो मैं बहुत ही पसमानदा इलाके से आता हूँ। तो मेरी आपसे ये इल्तिजा है, मुझे गाइड करिए, बी माई टीचर, सो दैट वी कैन डू समथिंग फॉर द सोसाइटी। आई बिलीव, मेरा अपना मानना है कि इट्स वंस इन अ लाइफ टाइम अपॉर्चुनिटी। ये रोज रोज मौका नहीं मिलता। और एक बेहतरीन चीफ मिनिस्टर है, पॉजिटिव, वो बिलीव इन एग्जीक्यूशन, और एक सोल्यूशन और इनकी अप्रोच लेकर वो चले हैं। तो जो पीछे हो गया उसे लेट्स फॉरगेट इट, आगे देखना। अब गाड़ी का अगला शीशा देख के हमें गाड़ी चलानी है, और वी वांट अ गुड फ्यूचर फॉर चिल्ड्रन, फॉर जो हमारे बच्चे हैं। आप सब जो स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ रहे हैं, आई थिंक मेरे से 20 साल छोटे होंगे उम्र में। तो आप में और हम में एक जनरेशनल गैप है, तो उसको हमने आपने हमें, एज फार एज IT इज कंसर्न, आई एम नॉट गुड एट इट। मैं साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी, 10th के बाद मैंने साइंस पढ़ी, कॉमर्स था मेरा 11th 12th में। फिर मैंने ग्रेजुएट हुआ, मेरी पॉलिटिकल साइंस 8 सब्जेक्ट्स थे। फिर मैंने LLB करी, एवरेज स्टूडेंट था मैं। फिर मैंने MBA करी, मेरी PhD बीच में रही। मेरी वाइफ प्रोफेसर है, शी इज प्रोफेसर इकोनॉमिक्स, जम्मू यूनिवर्सिटी एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर। और मुझे थोड़ा सा रहता है कि वो है ना, मेल शॉविनिस्ट सोसाइटी से हम आते हैं। मैंने कहा डॉक्टर तो बनना है सतीश शर्मा, तो बीच में रह गया। तो मैं, कोई बात नहीं, DR डॉक्टर भी होता है, DR ड्राइवर भी होता है। तो कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है। मेरी कुछ बच्चों से इल्तिजा है कि हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है बच्चों, IT रेवोल्यूशन तो लाती है, रोजगार बहुत मिलते हैं, ये अपने आप में एक दुनिया है। बट 4-8 घंटे नेचर में चले जाएं आप, इसको बंद कर दें, डिटॉक्सिफाई करें खुद को मोबाइल से। हमारा स्क्रीन टाइम, मेरा भी बहुत ज्यादा है। मैं सुबह उठता हूँ, मुझे 20,000 से ज्यादा मैसेजेस आते हैं। एक एवरेज आदमी कितने फोन कॉल्स अटेंड करता है? आप बताएंगे कोई? सबसे ज्यादा किसने कॉल अटेंड की है, सौरभ जी? एक दिन कितनी कॉल अटेंड की थी तुझे? मैंने 1774 कॉल्स अटेंड की है 23 घंटों। और आई वाज लाइक मैड, क्योंकि मैं पिछले दिनों किसी पार्टी से वाबस्ता था, कुछ मैंडेट के लिए गया। मैं कहा यू आर बैड, मैं बड़ा अच्छा आदमी, मुझे आपने मिस करोगे राहुल गांधी जी। इज अ वंडरफुल लीडर। मैं वहां था 25 साल एक पार्टी से। खैर, इस यहाँ पर यही बोलना कि 4-8 घंटे आपने फोन से दूर रहना, और कम से कम 2 मीटर अपना मोबाइल जो है अपने से दूर रखना रहा। ये बातें पता नहीं आपको बोली होंगी, किसी ने नहीं बोली होंगी। मेरा जाती तौर पर आपको, जो स्टूडेंट्स है, बाकी तो आप सब प्रोफेसर हैं, बच्चे कम हैं यहाँ, तो ये जरूरी है। और कोशिश करो, डाइवर्ट करो लैंडलाइन पर, और फीडबैक जरूर देना। तो जैसे आपने बोला है कि PhD प्रोग्राम्स, दैट इज यू आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट इट इन 5 कॉलेजेस, तो मेरी क्या हेल्प चाहिए आपको? सोफिस्टिकेटेड, तो कैन यू बी मोर स्पेसिफिक अबाउट है क्या, वो मुझे लिखकर आपने देना है। जो भी मेरे लाइक आई एम देयर 24/7, आई एम विद यू। और बच्चों के साथ मैं हूँ। और रिसर्च सबसे जरूरी है मेरा मानना है। रिसर्च के लिए जो भी चाहिए, आई विल ब्रिंग द फंड्स फॉर यू। आप उसको एग्जीक्यूट करो, डिसेंट्रलाइज करो, बच्चों को उनके प्रोजेक्ट्स। हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम हियर हैव विजिटेड अब्रॉड, लाइक फॉर सम प्रोजेक्ट और फॉर सम। हाथ खड़े करेंगे, कितने बच्चे गए हैं? कोई भी नहीं गया। तो इज इट पॉसिबल कमिश्नर साहब, आज किस बच्चे बात पे जी सकते हैं, लाइक कैन वी सेंड सम स्टूडेंट्स अब्रॉड? तो टेल मी व्हाट इज लाइक इनिशियल, उसमें क्या कॉस्ट आएगी? लाइक दे कैन गो टू जर्मनी, सम गुड कंट्रीज आप आइडेंटिफाई करो जहां की रिसर्च अच्छी। ठीक है ना? एग्रीकल्चर को लेकर साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी मुझे आपने बताना भी, मैं इतना अच्छा नहीं हूं। तो जो आपने कहा कि प्रॉब्लम नीड्स टू बी रिसर्च्ड, कौन कौन सी प्रॉब्लम है जो आपने काम किया है पिछले दिनों, चाहे वो ब्रेस्ट कैंसर को लेकर है, डायबिटीज को लेकर है, या उसको आप आई थिंक यू शुड उसको और ज्यादा आगे ले जाओ। और जो चीजें आपने बुनियाद संगे बुनियाद रखी है जिन प्रोजेक्ट्स की, उनको पाया तकमील तक पहुंचाना है, आगे ले जाओ, है ना? तो मेरा जहां वो रहेगा, आई विल बी देयर, आई विल बी एट योर डिस्पोजल। और जो बच्चे आपके स्पोर्ट्स, यूथ सर्विस स्पोर्ट्स में जो मेडल्स लाए हैं और जो मेडल नहीं ला पाए हैं, उनको एक दिन हम चाय का कप पिलाएंगे अपने कहाँ पर हो सकता है, माय रेजिडेंस और समवेयर वेयर एवर यू फील इट्स गुड। ओके? तो यूथ सर्विस स्पोर्ट्स की तरफ से बच्चों को कुछ चाहिए। और बच्चों को मैं बोलूंगा दे शुड ऑलवेज बी प्लान ए, बी एंड सी। अगर आप सिविल्स में जाना चाहते हो, जरूर प्लान बी, सी रखना लाइफ। और मेंटल हेल्थ पे काम करने की जरूरत है। आज बच्चे पढ़े लिखे हैं, पैसा है, बट कहीं ना कहीं तनाव। ये मेरा मानना है, मेरी आपको, आप क्या कहते हैं उस पर काम करो। पैसा बहुत आ जाएगा, बिल्डिंग्स बन जाएंगी, लेकिन जब मेंटल हेल्थ खराब हो जाएगी तो इट इज इरिवर्सिबल। ड्रग्स से दूर बच्चों को ले जाना, उस पर कोई प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओ। माई वॉलंटियर्स इन एंटायर स्टेट, बी जम्मू, बी कश्मीर, वो आपके डिस्पोजल पे 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 नौजवान, इतनी मेरी क्षमता है, मैं लगा सकता हूँ विद पुलिस एंड अदर डिपार्टमेंट्स, दे वर्क फॉर माय स्टेट। तो इस पे काम करने की जरूरत है। देयर आर इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस इन द कंट्री, आर एडजॉइनिंग नेबर्स, दे आर आल्सो हेल बेंट टू स्पॉइल एवरीथिंग। तो इन चीजों से ऊपर उठकर, बदल कर, पार्टी पॉलिटिक्स, आइडियोलॉजीज और जो भी आपने, वो उससे ऊपर उठकर खूबसूरत जम्मू कश्मीर बनाना है। मैं अपने चीफ मिनिस्टर को बोल रहा था कि मैं तो, माई इनर कॉल इज नॉट पॉलिटिक्स, मैं एक सोशल वर्कर हूं, एक एग्रीकल्चरिस्ट हूं, और मेरे में इतनी क्षमता है कि जो डिपार्टमेंट्स मुझे मिले हैं, मैं चाहता हूं नंबर 1 बने। अच्छे हूं, उसमें बहुत स्कोप है, चाहे स्पोर्ट्स है, चाहे ये है। और मैं, मेरी पर्सनल चॉइस वाज एग्रीकल्चर एंड टूरिज्म, बट आई डिडंट आस्क फॉर एनीथिंग। जो माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने मुझे बताया, मैंने वो लिया, और मैं कोशिश करूंगा उसको बेहतरीन बनाऊं। क्योंकि मुझे लगता है टूरिज्म सेक्टर, साहब, आई एम गोइंग आउट ऑफ कंटेक्स्ट, उसमें बड़ा स्कोप, थोड़ा सा फिल्टर करने की जरूरत है, थोड़ा ऑर्गेनाइज करने की जरूरत है। जहां मैं रहता हूं वहां से गोल्ड भी निकलता है, पता? हाउ मेनी हैव यू बीन टू अखनूर? आप में से कोई आदमी अखनूर गया, चिनाब के किनारे आप गए हो? बहुत अच्छा है। तो वहां पर मैं रहता हूँ, वहां पर वी इनवाइटेड हिज होलीनेस दलाई लामा, वो मेरा प्रोजेक्ट था, वो मेरे फार्म हाउस पे आए। तो खैर, तिब्बत इज सॉर्ट ऑफ लॉस्ट कॉज, हमें उसमें जाना नहीं है। तो मैं चाहूंगा, मैंने आपका ज्यादा वक्त लिया, तो सारे मेडलिस्ट, टीचर्स, फैकल्टी, मुझे गाइड करना है। यू कैन हैव माई नंबर, और मेरे जुनेद का नंबर दे दो, ठीक है? तो मैं भाषण कम बोलना आता है मुझे, लेकिन हमारी इंटरेक्शन होनी चाहिए। और जहां जहां मैं गलत हूँ, यू कैन टेक्स्ट में। थोड़े बदलाव की जरूरत है। मुझे प्रेस वाले पूछ रहे थे परसों, आप मिनिस्टर साहब, आपने प्रोटोकॉल तोड़ा। मैं क्या तोड़ा? आपने बीच रोड में गाड़ी रोक दी। मैं कहा यार, आई सॉ समबडी लाइंग ऑन द रोड, कोई बाप बेटा एक्सीडेंट था। तो मैं भूल गया कि मैं मिनिस्टर बन गया हूँ। मुझे अभी वो सत्ता आदमी को निरंकुश करती है, बट आई थिंक ऊपर वाला, जब भी आप अपने रब को याद करें, नमाज पढ़ें, अपने भगवान को याद करें, आप बोलें कि ये मेरे दिमाग में नहीं चलनी चाहिए पाप, आई शुड रिमेन ग्राउंडेड, बिकॉज दिस इज टेम्पररी, ये सॉर्ट ऑफ डेली लीजर्स, है ना? तो ये चीजें होनी चाहिए। और टू ऑल द टीचर्स, to all the students, to all the singers, dancers, to painters, आपको मैं सैल्यूट करता हूं। आपका रुतबा बहुत ऊंचा है। मेरा मानना है कि आप लोगों की तमाम उम्र की कोशिशें, पूरी उम्र की 10 साल 20 साल स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, और हम जैसे जो खोखले लोग हैं, हमारी चंद लम्हों की तवज्जो है। हम एक लम्हे में कह देते हैं जनाब ठीक है, अच्छी मूवी बनी है, अच्छा गाना गाया है, बट यू हैव टू सी द एफर्ट्स। तो मैं उस चीज को समझ सकता हूँ, बिकॉज आई एम वन, मैं आप में से एक हूँ। तो इसलिए ऑल द ऑर्गेनाइजर्स एंड जो स्टेज पे बैठे हैं हमारे, एक तो मेरा प्रोटेस्ट था कि आगे से मेरी कुर्सी बराबर की होनी चाहिए। आई वॉज फीलिंग वेरी एम्बेरस्ड कि आपने मेरी कुर्सी बड़ी रखी। तो ये समाज देखोगे तो आगे से मैम सुन रहे हैं आप, मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था। आई वांटेड, मैं तभी ऑब्जेक्ट कर रहा था। तो 1 मिनट हम खड़े होंगे कंडोलेंस करने के लिए ऑल द पीपल हु गॉट इंजर्ड एंड जिनकी जान गई पिछले अटैक में। एक मिनट का हम कर सकते हैं, इफ इट्स ओके। थैंक यू। शांति, थैंक यू। तो अब मैं आपसे इजाजत लूंगा, तो आपने मुझे गाइड करना है। जो अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वन डे आई वांट ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स और आइडेंटिफाई द वल्नरेबल फ्रॉम योर कॉलेज। आपको 10 ऐसे बच्चे आपने आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं जो आपको लगता है पढ़ नहीं सकते। तो अब तो मेरी सैलरी भी लग गई, मेरे को तनख्वाह डबल होगी, है ना। तो आई वांट, मैं स्पॉन्सर करूंगा कुछ बच्चे जो पढ़ना चाहते हैं, बट दे कॉन्ट, द नंबर शुड बी 10। ओके, तो वो आपने आइडेंटिफाई करना है मैम। तो उनका जो भी आगे खर्चा होगा या थोड़ा बहुत जो भी है वो मेरी तरफ से होगा। बाकी डोंट वरी अबाउट गवर्नमेंट फंड्स। थैंक यू वेरी मच। जय हिंद। कुछ भी
Thank you so much, sir. This valedictory function will be incomplete if we will not felicitate and encourage our young participants, researchers, and speakers on the day. I request our guests to please step forward for the felicitation round. Our best poster presentation awardees. The first one, Sabha Bilal from Computer Sciences. Sabha Bilal from Computer Sciences. She has been, her poster has been chosen as the best poster in Computer Sciences. Anisa Batul from Chemical Sciences. Anisa Batul. Masooma Rizvi from Physical Science. I request Mr. Bilal Ahmed, Joint Director, ST&IC, to join us on the stage. Masooma Rizvi from Physical Sciences. Ishfaq Bashir from Life Sciences. And Yasir Bashir from Mathematical Sciences. Yasir Bashir from Mathematical Sciences. For the best presentation oral, we have the name Dr. Arafat Firdaus, Assistant Professor Physics, Shri Pratap College, Srinagar. The title of the research was Quantum Computing. Congratulations, sir. Dr. Arafat Firdaus. We have some certificates of appreciation for the organizing body. I request Honorable Minister to felicitate Dr. Saurav Bhagat Ji, IAS, Commissioner Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, for his efforts in this Congress. I again request Minister, Science and Technology to present a memento and certificate of appreciation to Principal, Host College, Ruhi Jankand. I request Minister, sir, to present a certificate of appreciation to Dr. Nasir Shah, Additional Director, Science, Technology and Innovation Council. Certificate of appreciation for Dr. Nasir Shah, Additional Director, Science, Technology and Innovation Council. A certificate of appreciation to Dr. Bilal, Joint Director, Science, Technology and Innovation Council. Thank you all. As we conclude this Congress, we do so with a sense of pride, accomplishment, and renewed commitment to our shared goals. We will be looking forward to continue our work to explore new frontiers. Before I take your leave, I request Dr. Suhail Ahmed, Head Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, to propose a vote of thanks. Dr. Suhail Ahmed, Head Department of Journalism.
I think the guests can now take their seat.
Sir, please be seated. And you are going.
Rosepati. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, worthy delegates, and dear students, a lot of effort has gone into this Congress, so you will have to bear me for some time. Even otherwise, you have faced the tsunami, so a passing shower should not bother you. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for making this Science Congress a resounding success. We are deeply indebted to our chief guest, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Shri Satish Sharma ji. As you all know, he also had several other departments. The multiple portfolios reflect the degree of responsibility vested in him and the faith of the incumbent government in his capability. After listening to you, sir, now we know why. Perhaps this is what we were missing for some time now, the human touch. We are deeply grateful to the Honorable Minister. Your presence reflects your commitment to the cause of science, technology, and innovation. Thank you for sharing your time and wisdom with us. We are grateful to our patrons, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Cluster University Srinagar, Professor Mohammed Mubin, and Commissioner Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Shri Saurabh Bhagatji, IAS. As you all know, Professor Mubin has been listed in the top 2% of the most cited scientists across the world for the 5th consecutive time in the database released by Stanford University and elsewhere. He is also listed in the world's top scholars by California-based scholar GPS. As a true institutional leader, Professor Mubin spoke on behalf of the faculty. He spoke on behalf of the constituent colleges. Thank you, sir. The worthy Commissioner Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, has been helming the department for a while now and has been instrumental in bringing a change in the mindset for cultivating and promoting the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. And he has a special bond with this college. Thank you again, sir. We thank our special guest, Director SKIMS, Professor Mohammad Ashraf, for joining us today. Professor Ashraf is a distinguished endocrinologist of international repute and has made pioneering contributions in medical research. As he himself said, this is his fourth event of the day, and that speaks a lot about his commitment to the cause of science and innovation. Thanks a lot, sir. We are thankful to Dr. P.R. Dar, CEO of Jammu and Kashmir Energy Development Agency. Dr. Dar has been instrumental in implementation of various renewable energy projects in J&K. He is recognized as a leading expert in the energy efficiency and conservation. Thank you, sir. We thank our partners, J&K Science, Technology and Innovation Council, Department of Science and Technology, for their generous effort and support, without which this event would not have been possible. The collective effort of the event partners is truly commendable. Events like these demonstrate the power of collaboration and shared passion. We have a long list of people to thank, and we acknowledge all the individuals associated with the conduct of this event. Our sincere appreciation goes to our keynote speakers, including Dr. Ashu Grover. We are grateful to session chairs, Professor Muinuddin, Professor Sabia Majid, Professor Farooq Ahmed Mir, Professor Shajrul Amin, and Dr. Majid Zaman Baba. And of course, we thank all the participants, all the presenters for their valuable inputs. Such events are all about teamwork, and the multiple committees worked in sync with each other. Of course, the team leaders and senior colleagues played their role in ensuring proper coordination. We had the organizing committee from the college led by Dr. Samir Paul, and the organizing committee from the STIC led by Mr. Bilal Ahmed. They led by example and ensured proper arrangements were put in place. Though different committees were in place to handle different tasks, but the organizing secretary of the Congress, Dr. Hilal, had to micromanage many things, for which he deserves accolades. If I talk about the organizing committee from the... He's a bit of reclusive like me. So, though different committees were in place, Dr. Hilal, here he is. A big round of applause for Dr. Hilal. So if I talk about the organizing committee, from the host college, it had as many as 50 members, not to speak of the other employees and student volunteers who work tirelessly behind the scenes. Same would be the case with Science and Technology, with all their staff working for the smooth conduct of this two-day event. I hope you understand it's difficult to take all the names, so the committee names should suffice. The Abstract and Poster Review Committee, Technical Committee, Accommodation and Transport Committee, Cultural Committee, Hospitality and Protocol Committee, Registration Committee, Landscape Committee, Cleanliness Committee, Auditorium Committee, and the session repertoires. The entire advisory committee, in fact, comprising of as many as 17 members. Of course, the guidance of the seniors was crucial, led by Additional Director STIC, Dr. Nasir Shah, and Principal of the host college, Professor Ruhi Jan. In fact, I believe this event is a fitting farewell to our worthy principal. As you know, Professor Ruhi is superannuating after putting in decades of service as a dedicated teacher and later as an able administrator. Under her leadership, the college organized several major events in the last 3 years. It's only fitting that her tenure ends with yet another major event to her credit. Dr. Nasir Shah comes across as a very calm and humble person. While everyone else seemed ruffled, he looked quite composed. No wonder his presence had a calming influence on the organizing committee as well. Thank you. We are grateful to our friends from media, my own fraternity. Highlighting such events through media coverage is a great service to the cause of science and innovation. Our student volunteers from IMCA department, biochemistry department, the NCC wing, the NSS wing, students from music department, journalism department, all deserve a wholehearted acknowledgement. I have been handed a few names: Haider, Ruman, Tausif, Sania, Sadia, Tamanna, Aiza, Maliha, Naushi, Alia, Danish, Arsalan, Fazan, Firdos. Once again, to all the people involved with this event, your efforts and dedication has been instrumental in making this Congress a success. Thank you all once again. We look forward to carrying forward the momentum and collaborations built here. With gratitude and appreciation, we declare the JK Science Congress 2024 closed. Thank you. God bless you all.